right, let's jump into the real estate world today.
Yeah.
We're doing a deep dive. You're exploring the YouTube channel
Okay.
of Chris Thompson.
Interesting.
He's a real estate investor,
Mm.
shares all his experiences on his channel, Chris Thompson Real Estate.
Okay.
And we got a whole bunch of his videos ready to go through,
Oh,
covering everything from Section 8 rentals to sweat equity.
I've heard some interesting things about his approach.
Oh, yeah, he's got a unique style.
Yeah.
I think what I really like about his videos
Mm-hmm.
is that it's not all polished,
Right.
It's real, it's raw.
Yeah, the nitty-gritty.
Exactly, the nitty-gritty of being a landlord.
He's not afraid to show that side of it.
Not at all, and it's not always pretty.
No, it's not glamorous.
And it's real. It's
Yeah.
real, it's authentic.
Yeah, and he doesn't shy away from showing how much work goes into it.
Yeah, the hard work, the decisions.
Absolutely. It's not just about making a quick buck.
Right, exactly. It's a process. It is. And speaking of hard work, we saw in several videos Chris dealing with the dreaded Section 8 inspections.
Oh, I can imagine those are intense.
They are, racing against the clock.
Yeah.
Trying to finish repairs.
Yeah.
Before the inspector shows up at 8, 1 high in the morning.
Oh, wow. Early morning inspections. That's tough.
It is, and it really highlights
Yeah.
the responsibilities landlords have, especially with Section 8.
Absolutely. Keeping the property safe and livable.
Yeah, those inspections are there
Right.
to make sure you're meeting those standards.
It's about accountability.
It is, and sometimes,
Yeah.
those inspections unearth some pretty daunting to-do lists.
I bet. What kind of things did he have to deal with?
Well, one video showed a Section 8 list that was so long.
Oh, wow.
He ended up hiring a contractor
Okay.
to handle major fixes like the siding, window repairs, all.
Yeah, the big stuff.
Yeah, that can't be cheap,
No, those unexpected repairs can really add up.
especially with older properties, right?
Absolutely, and it eats into the profits.
It does, which is why I found Chris's DIY approach so interesting.
You mean his sweat equity?
Exactly. He's all about rolling up his sleeves.
A hands-on landlord.
Oh, yeah. Saving some money wherever he can.
That's smart, resourceful.
Very resourceful. In one video, he was patching a garage roof.
Wow, that's a big project.
It is. He even admitted to running out of materials mid-project.
Oh, no, that's a setback.
It happens, but he shows you how to handle it.
That's valuable, learning from those mistakes.
It is, but his DIY spirit isn't limited to just the big projects.
Oh, so he tackles the smaller stuff too.
Oh, yeah. He fixed drain stoppers,
Yeah.
replaced toilet seats, dealt with a staining issue.
It seems like you need to be a jack of all trades as a landlord.
Right. Plumbing, electrical work, basic maintenance, the list goes on.
Yeah, it's a diverse range of skills.
And then just when you think you've got it all figured out, the rental market throws a curveball.
What happened?
Chris mentioned renting out garage units
Okay.
for $75 a month.
$75.
Way below the going rate, like $125 to $150.
Wow, that's significantly lower.
It is. What's the strategy there?
I'm curious too, is he just being generous?
Well, I don't think so.
What's the angle?
There are a couple of clever strategies at play.
Okay, I'm listening.
First, by offering below-market rent, you attract reliable tenants quickly.
Makes sense, less vacancy time.
Exactly. Ensures consistent cash flow.
Smart move.
And second, it builds goodwill, a positive reputation as a landlord.
Makes you stand out.
It does, and it worked.
So the garage units were snapped up?
Oh, yeah, he had tons of inquiries.
Wow, even at that low price.
Even at that price, demand was high.
That's a testament to the power of supply and demand.
Absolutely. When affordable units are scarce,
Yeah.
even below-market rents generate a ton of interest.
It's all about market analysis.
So it's more than just checking what your neighbor's charging,
Oh, yeah, it's about understanding the big picture.
like average rents, vacancy rates.
Exactly, and the types of properties in demand.
So Chris is dealing with repairs, navigating Section 8, making strategic decisions about rental pricing.
It's a masterclass in hands-on property management.
It is, but with those clever twists.
What I find fascinating is how resourceful he is.
He is. He's not just reacting.
Right.
He's looking for ways to make his investments work harder.
He's thinking outside the box.
He is, like the below-market rent strategy.
Yeah, that was bold.
It was. Now, let's dig a bit deeper into his Section 8 experiences.
Okay, what specifically?
Those lead paint inspections.
Oh, yeah, those can be nerve-wracking.
They are. And lead paint compliance is a major issue.
Especially for families with young children.
Absolutely. Lead poisoning can have serious consequences.
It can, and landlords are responsible.
Legally and ethically.
Right, to ensure their properties are lead safe.
And Chris was relieved to pass the tests for 2 of his units.
Oh, that's good news.
It was. allowed him to bring in a third Section 8 tenant.
Okay.
Great for cash flow.
Yeah, but lead paint aside, there are a lot of other rules and regulations landlords need to understand.
Oh, yeah. It's not just about lead paint.
It's a complex program.
Section 8.
Yeah, designed to provide affordable housing,
Okay.
but landlords have to play by the rules.
Things like fair housing laws.
Exactly. Really important.
Those ensure everyone has an equal opportunity to rent.
Right. It can't discriminate based on race, religion, family status.
Or disability.
Exactly. It's about fairness.
So being a Section 8 landlord,
Mm-hmm.
it's a big responsibility.
It is, but it can also be rewarding.
Providing affordable housing, generating consistent income.
A win-win situation if done right.
Right. But before we get too deep into Section 8,
Okay.
let's circle back to Chris's DIY skills.
Yeah, that willingness to tackle repairs.
It's inspiring, but is it realistic for all landlords?
That's the question, isn't it?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I mean, Chris makes it look so easy.
he does have a knack for it.
But, you know me, I'd be calling a plumber for a leaky faucet.
That's fair. Not everyone's a DIY expert.
So is this sweat equity thing something anyone can do?
It's a good question.
Or does it take a special set of skills?
I think it's a bit of both, honestly.
Okay.
Sweat equity, it can be great to boost profits,
Yeah.
but you got to be real with yourself, you know?
Right.
About your skills, what you can handle.
What your limits are.
Exactly. It's not one size fits all.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like basic repairs, patching drywall, painting.
Yeah.
Those are good DIY projects.
I could probably handle that.
But anything electrical, plumbing, structural,
Yeah.
you're better off calling a pro.
Yeah. Probably safer that way.
Definitely. And it can save you headaches in the long run.
Oh, I remember that garage roof patching adventure.
Oh, yeah. What happened there?
He ran out of materials mid-project.
Oh, no. That's not good.
It happens. But, you know, he shows you how to deal with it.
That's the important part, learning from those setbacks.
It is, but it shows you got a plan.
Absolutely.
Be realistic about the time,
Yeah.
the tools you need, your skill level.
Otherwise, it could cost you more in the end.
So it's like finding that sweet spot
Mm-hmm.
between DIY and knowing when to call for help.
Exactly. Knowing when to wave the white flag.
And say, I need a professional.
Sometimes that's the smartest move.
Right. Okay, let's go back to that below market rent decision.
Like garage units.
Yeah, I get it. It tracks tenants quickly.
Yeah.
But are there any downsides?
Well, the obvious one,
What's that?
you're potentially losing money.
Leaving money on the table.
Exactly. You set the rent low.
Right.
You're missing out on potential income.
So it's about finding that balance.
Yeah.
Attracting tenants, maximizing your return.
Right. Finding that sweet spot.
Now, what about the long game?
What do you mean?
You set a low rent.
Yeah.
Is it hard to raise it later?
That's a good point.
Yeah, you don't want to upset your tenants.
Right. You could lose them.
So analyze the market,
Mm-hmm.
set a rent that's competitive,
Yes.
but also sustainable long term.
Exactly. You don't want to be stuck with a low rent.
Yeah.
That doesn't cover your expenses.
It's all about making smart decisions.
Absolutely.
Okay, before we move on,
Yeah.
fair housing laws.
Oh, right.
You mentioned those earlier.
Sure.
Can you give me a quick rundown?
Sure.
What are they? Why are they so important?
Okay. So fair housing laws,
Mm.
they're basically rules
Okay.
to prevent discrimination in housing.
Okay.
They protect people from being denied housing
Right.
or treated unfairly
Okay.
based on certain characteristics
Like what?
like race, color, national origin,
Okay.
religion, sex, familial status, disability.
So can't refuse to rent to someone just because they have kids
No.
or because they use a wheelchair.
Exactly. That's a violation.
Fair housing laws.
Yeah, landlords have to follow these,
Okay.
whether it's Section 8 tenants or not.
So it's about creating a fair housing market for everyone.
That's the goal.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Understanding those laws is a must for any landlord.
absolutely.
But back to Chris and Section 8, you mentioned it's complex.
It is.
What should landlords know?
Well, first, do your research.
Okay.
Section 8's run by local housing authorities.
Right.
Rules and requirements vary.
So it's not as simple as saying, I want to rent to a Section 8 tenant.
No, there's an application process,
Okay.
inspections, specific lease requirements.
So you really got to understand it before you jump in.
Absolutely. Knowledge is key.
And what about the financial side?
What do you mean?
How does Section 8 impact the bottom line?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
One benefit is the housing authority guarantees part of the rent,
Okay.
usually around 70%.
So consistent income.
Exactly, but they also set the rental rates,
Okay.
and those might be lower than market rent.
So you got to crunch the numbers.
Yeah.
See if it makes sense.
It's not a guaranteed moneymaker.
But it can offer stability and help provide affordable housing.
Right. It's all about weighing the pros and cons.
Okay, let's talk about Chris's entrepreneurial approach.
Oh, yeah. He's always thinking.
He says that garage unit idea, brilliant.
It was.
Any other creative strategies landlords can use?
Well, one thing is to focus on a niche.
Okay.
Chris found a need for affordable storage.
Right.
Others might target pet-friendly rentals,
Okay.
student housing, seniors.
So find a target market.
Yeah.
Tailor your property
It's about standing out.
instead of appealing to everyone.
Exactly. Find your niche.
Okay. And what else?
You can add value.
How so?
Offer extra amenities, services,
Okay, like what?
utilities included,
Okay.
on-site laundry, a co-working space.
I've seen places offer free Wi-Fi
Yeah.
or a gym membership.
Exactly. Those perks are attractive.
They are, and can justify higher rents.
Right. It's about differentiating yourself.
Finding ways to attract quality tenants.
Absolutely. Think like an entrepreneur.
Okay, let's talk property management.
Okay.
We've talked about being proactive,
Yeah.
but what are the biggest challenges?
Well, one of the biggest is dealing with tenant issues.
Oh, yeah. What kind of issues?
Late rent payments, noise complaints,
Okay.
property damage, even evictions.
It can be stressful.
It can, and time-consuming.
And like we saw with those pre-inspection scrambles,
Yeah.
staying on top of maintenance.
That's a big one.
It is. Keeping your property in good shape.
Prevents bigger problems later.
But it can be tough to juggle everything.
It can. Repairs, inspections, all those tasks.
So you need to be organized.
Definitely.
Have a good system.
Absolutely. Landlords need to be efficient.
Clear process for every...
Communication to maintenance requests.
So what tips do you have?
For overwhelmed landlords.
Is there a secret formula?
No magic bullet,
Okay.
but there are strategies.
I'm listening.
One of the best is technology.
Oh, yeah, those apps and online tools.
Exactly. Property management software.
That can really help.
It can streamline everything.
Like what?
Collecting rent online,
Okay.
tracking expenses, scheduling maintenance.
Makes things easier.
It does. And screening tenants.
So embracing technology is a must.
It is. For modern landlords,
Well,
communication is key.
okay.
Be clear, responsive with your tenants.
Prevents problems.
You can have a clear process.
For handling requests, responding to concerns.
It's not just about fixing leaky faucets.
It's about keeping those lines open.
Right. Build good relationships with your tenants.
That makes sense.
Treat them with respect. Address their concerns.
Creates a positive experience.
It does for everyone.
Happy tenants are less likely to cause problems.
Or move out.
Right. Low turnover rate.
That's the dream.
It is. Saves time, money, headaches.
Speaking of headaches,
Yeah.
let's talk evictions.
Oh, boy. Not a fun topic.
No, but it's a reality.
Of the rental business.
It is.
What do you want to know?
What should landlords know about the process?
First, it's a legal process.
Okay.
You have to follow specific procedures.
So like you can't just kick someone out?
No, there are
Just to
rules.
protect both sides.
Yes. Landlords and tenants.
Okay, makes sense.
The process ensures fairness and that landlords have legitimate grounds.
For eviction, yes.
What are some common reasons?
Non-payment of rent,
Okay.
violation of lease terms, property damage,
Makes sense.
illegal activity on the property.
Sounds like you need a good lawyer.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Right.
But it's good to know your rights.
And responsibilities.
Absolutely, and prevention is always best.
So, careful tenant screening,
Yeah.
a solid lease agreement, address issues promptly,
All those things can help.
reduce the risk of eviction.
Exactly. Be proactive.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot.
We have Chris's DIY strategies.
Section 8, property management.
It's been a deep dive.
It has into real estate investing.
Chris's story is inspiring.
It is. Shows hard work and strategic thinking.
Can lead to success.
I'm feeling inspired,
I am too.
and I'm sure our listeners are.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up,
Yeah.
anything else you want to share about the future of...
Of real estate investing.
Yeah?
The future is bright, but it's going to keep evolving.
Makes sense.
Technology is going to play an even bigger role.
Okay.
And we'll see new trends emerge.
In property management, tenant expectations.
Exactly. It's an exciting time to be in real estate.
It is. Okay. Before we say goodbye,
Yeah.
some final thoughts
Sure.
for our listeners
Okay.
on what it takes to succeed in this market.
Well, never stop learning.
Okay.
Embrace technology. Build strong relationships.
With your tenants.
Yes. And be prepared for the unexpected.
Good advice. And remember, Chris's journey shows us,
Yeah.
with the right attitude,
Yeah.
a bit of sweat equity
Anyone can make their mark.
in the world of real estate.
It's true. Real estate investing isn't for everyone,
Right.
but it can be rewarding
And profitable.
for those willing to put in the work.
Well said. And on that note, we'll wrap up part 2
Okay.
of our deep dive into Chris Thompson's real estate hustle.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned for part 3,
All right.
where we'll explore the evolving landscape of real estate investing
Looking forward to it.
and offer some final thoughts on how to navigate this dynamic field. Welcome back to the deep dive. We're wrapping up
Okay.
our exploration of real estate investing with Chris Thompson.
Sounds good.
Covered a lot, DIY, Section 8.
Yeah, property management.
But before we go,
Mm-hmm.
I want to step back.
Okay.
Look at the bigger picture.
The real estate market as a whole.
Exactly. Chris's story is great,
It is.
but it's just one piece of the puzzle.
Right, one perspective.
So what's shaping the industry today?
Well, technology is a big one.
Oh, yeah, we talk about that.
Property management software.
Makes things easier.
It does, but it's also changing how properties are bought and sold,
Oh, interesting.
even financed.
You mean like online listings,
Yeah,
virtual tours?
exactly. It's all online now.
So tech-savvy investors have an advantage.
They do. They can move faster.
Make quicker decisions.
And there's AI now,
Artificial intelligence.
analyzing data, predicting trends.
Wow. Technology's really changing the game.
It is. It's a game changer.
But what about challenges?
Besides technology,
Yeah, what else is the market facing?
affordability is a big one.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Rising prices, rents.
Makes it hard to find housing.
It does, especially in cities.
So what can be done?
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
We need more affordable housing.
Okay, how do we do that?
New construction, incentives for developers.
To build affordable units.
Exactly. More options for everyone.
What about government policies?
They can play a role.
Like what?
Rent control, zoning, tax incentives.
Those can impact costs.
They can. It's a complex issue.
No easy answers
No, it's about finding the right strategies.
for each community.
Exactly. Tailored solutions.
But let's talk opportunities.
Yeah.
Despite the challenges,
Mm-hmm.
real estate's still attractive.
It is. Why do you think that is?
Well, it's a hedge against inflation.
That's one reason.
As prices rise,
Yeah.
real estate values tend to go up too.
And it's a tangible asset.
Something you can see and touch.
Exactly. People like that.
Unlike stocks or bonds, you can live in your investment
That's a big plus.
and long-term growth potential,
Absolutely. Values appreciate over time.
especially in good locations,
And you build equity.
like a forced savings plan.
It is paying down that mortgage.
So it's a long game,
It is patience and a financial cushion.
but the rewards can be big.
They can be if you play it smart.
Thinking about Chris's story,
Hmm.
I'm sure he had tough times.
Probably everyone does.
What advice would you give to new investors?
Educate yourself.
Okay.
Read, take courses, network.
Learn from the experts.
Exactly. The more you know.
The better.
And don't be afraid to start small.
You don't need a huge building right away.
No, a single family home, a condo.
Get your feet wet,
Learn as you go.
and sweat equity can help.
It can stretch your budget, gain experience.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
Absolutely. There are resources out there.
Real estate agents, mortgage brokers,
Property managers, contractors.
build a good team.
They can guide you, prevent mistakes.
So as we wrap up, any final thoughts
Real estate investing can be amazing.
for building wealth?
Yeah, financial freedom.
But it's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
No, hard work, dedication,
And willingness to learn.
and adapt. Things change constantly.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Well said. Bumps along the way.
But with the right mindset, a solid plan.
You can succeed.
Like Chris.
He's a good example.
He is. Shows anything's possible.
With effort and determination.
And on that note,
Mm-hmm.
we'll wrap up our deep dive.
Into real estate investing.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Learn something new.
Gain some inspiration.
For your own ventures.
Until next time,
Happy investing, everyone.
happy investing.